Alright, welcome everybody. Today we have some free rolls after class. We've got blue belt Ben on top here. We've got brown belt Ben is the one with the closed guard, and Garrett is patiently waiting his turn over against the wall there. No doubt studying his future opponents, trying to gain some insights into what they might do when he gets his chance. So Ben here on bottom, using the lapel to help control the posture by the look of things. Looks like he's setting up a triangle, but Tristan drives in to put a little bit of pressure, help break that open. He's got the nice wide elbow position, but he's sort of stuck at the moment. Ben trying to adjust. Tristan using that moment to do a little shuck, come around to his left, take the angle away from Ben and passes, but Ben's got the underhook. He manages to reclaim half guard by the look of things here. So Tristan's back potentially exposed. He goes to back step. Ben with a beautiful sweep. Timed it perfectly then. Comes up into side control. Let's see what happens here. Tristan's got the lapel, potentially trying to get his foot in, it looked like there for a moment, to help lift Ben's weight off, but Ben made a nice adjustment. However, he's a little bit out of position here. Tristan potentially looking to escape out the back door. Ben goes to turn to recover his position, but Tristan read it nicely, comes up into potentially a Peruvian necktie, maybe a Das or a guillotine, but opts to run around and take the back instead. Ben trying to sit to catch half guard here, and it looks like he's got Tristan's right foot. He does, but Tristan manages to roll with a back attack. However, they're kind of out of position here. So in this position here, whoever can get on top first is probably going to end up in the dominant spot. Tristan gets up, but Ben again establishes half guard. He's very good, Ben, at getting into those half guard positions. So if you ever do get, mount, side control, knee right, etc., Ben's very good at getting in onto that leg and getting a half guard position now. He's got that loose grip, the underhook, and he's got the far knee. He's going to try and bridge Tristan back over this way. Nice little angle change. So replay that back and have a look at how Ben bridges up first to bring the weight forward and then changes the angle for the sweep. Really, really nice job. Finds himself here in this scarf hold or the Kezigatami position. And again, Tristan's trying to use his hips to bump, get the weight forward, and then roll, but Ben making a nice adjustment there at the moment. So you just got to be careful. Whenever someone gets an underhook on you, there's the potential for a back take. And knowing that, Ben there reacts against the back take, and that's where Tristan timed beautifully to get that rollover escape. Kind of Groundhog Day here. They're both sweeping or escaping Kezigatami, finding themselves in Kezigatami, and then reversing back again. So now Tristan's on top. And this is one of his best positions. It looks like he's trying to set up an Ezekiel here, but maybe not quite deep enough on that right hand so that he can punch his left fist or blade through. Ben's sort of framing on his right arm, trying to keep some space. Tristan now gives that up. It looks like he's trying to push the arm in so he can go for, say, a bent figure four armbar or a straight figure four armbar, but he switches off into this head arm choke or a Katagatami position, flattening it out. And now you want to run your legs towards a north-south position to increase your pressure. Gets the tap. Beautiful work there by Tristan. Okay, here we go now. Garrett is in. So he's been over there taking notes the entire time. Comes out. He thinks he's got what it takes to stop Ben now. Finds himself in closed guard. Got nice posture there, Garrett. He is hard to break down. Frequently hits deadlifts that would make mere mortals cry. So he is hard to break down posture-wise when he's inside your guard. It looks like now Ben's just giving him some slight coaching in a classical higher belt situation here. where someone is almost about to do a move, but rather than letting them do it, you pause, you give them some coaching cues, and then when they do the move successfully on you, it seems like they weren't going to do it and you helped them. Very good way of saving face. Classic experienced move there from Ben. But it looks like he's trying to help him just adjust where he's placing his knee there. So you want to try and get that knee to make that wedge right at the bottom of their tailbone so their hips can't come towards you as you push backwards to put pressure on the feet. Looks like he was saying there that Garrett's knee was kind of under his tailbone. So as he went backwards, Ben's hips were sliding up Garrett's thigh. Not getting quite as much posture, but the guard's open. Garrett stands. Steps through into kind of a reverse De La Riva, more like a half guard now that his knee's down. Garrett's trying to get that cross-face pressure with the left hand, but kind of left it hanging out there then, and Ben quickly fires off a little bit of a throwaway Kimura. Garrett readjusts, brings his elbow in, and now he's got that cross-face. He's looking to use his fish hook to peel Ben's legs apart so he can step out of that half guard. But Ben doing a nice job. He's got his knee above Garrett's knee. So whenever you've got half guard, you want to try ideally to have your half guard locked above your opponent's knee on their thigh, not down on their shin, calf, ankle type of area. Garrett, knowing that, tries to push Ben's legs down so he can free his knee, which he almost did there. But Ben adjusted nicely. Comes back in. Garrett switching his hips here so he can get a better position to actually try and push those knees apart. But gives up on it here. Sort of in that 3/4 mount position. Quarter guard, just the foot caught. Garrett steps up. Now he could throw here an omoplata or a gogoplata. But it looks like Ben trapped his other leg. Maybe not, I couldn't see properly there. But he did get on top. Garrett's weight slightly off. So Ben comes up into a half guard position of his own. Garrett hip escaping, trying to use that knee shield to take some weight off. So remember, when you're on bottom in half guard, very important that you stay on your side as much as you can unless you're in proper deep half guard. And that's what happened there. Ben was trying to get Garrett flat on his back. Garrett does get flattened out, so now he can't move backwards. Ben extends the left arm of Garrett there with a modified straight arm lock, Kimura grip type of combination. Threaten the Kimura. Garrett straightens the arm. He gets the straight arm bar. So here we go. Garrett wants his revenge. He punches an underhook and goes for a knee slide pass, but Ben's staying on his side, and Garrett's doing a really good job trying to keep his head low and turn Ben's head so it's facing the opposite way to his legs, but can't quite do it. Ben framing well, so Garrett stepped off there momentarily, backstepping to maybe go for the legs or use a backstep pass, but gives that up and comes back across with a gift wrap here. So that gift wrap is stopping Ben from getting an underhook. If he can get that hand that Garrett's holding around his head between their bodies and grab hold of Garrett's back, again, Ben could expose Garrett's back. So he's using that gift wrap to stop that. He steps around again, backstepping. But now the gift wrap is kind of almost working against him in that sense. So Garrett gets through to quarter guard and now into mount. Switches off to side or technical mount. And again, he's got that gift wrap, which now he's going to use to expose the back. Very nice. But Ben, aware of that, is trying to block that top hook from coming in. And he's trying to lift, by the look of things, the arm that's over Ben's shoulder. So Garrett's left arm there. Ben's trying to peel that up over his head by the look of things. Garrett doing a nice job controlling the bottom shoulder so that Ben can't slide it down onto the mat. Now he switches off, and it looks like Garrett might be going for an arm attack here. But his bottom leg's trapped, so he's probably a bit hesitant to try and go for the arm until he can get that bottom hook free. Ben now climbing the rope, so he's trying to pull himself up onto his knees, but Garrett's doing a really nice job keeping his hooks. He's got that seatbelt grip in. He's a little high though. Manages to keep that grip nicely though. Ben kind of getting flattened out for a second, and here Garrett, there you go. So he's a bit high, nice little adjustment, trying to get his hips back over the top of Ben's hips. So remember, when you're on top in this turtle position, when you've got the hooks in, you want to try and keep your hips over your opponent's hips. Try not to get too high because you might slip straight off, especially in no-gi. Now Garrett again finds himself on the back, but transitioning, it looks like, to an armbar here. Okay, figure 4 grip. Ben catches the leg as Garrett throws it over. Very nice. He was aware of what was happening, but Garrett, with a really nice adjustment, feeds the foot between Ben's arms, getting into a triangle position. It's hard to finish that triangle from that side on kind of position there. So Garrett kind of more so using it to attack the arm, or actually roll into his back and pull Ben on top into a full triangle. But Ben aware of that, keeping heavy, trying to separate the feet here. Scrambles out. Ben goes for an underhook, but kind of gives it up. Goes back to turtle, where Garrett now runs around. And it looks like Garrett's trying to get that far lapel grab so he can maybe turn Ben over. Trying to bring him in with his seatbelt. Nicely done, but it doesn't have the bottom hook in there by the look of things. So Garrett's lost that bottom hook. Needs to be careful that Ben doesn't try to get away and get his back down on the ground. So if Ben can move his hips out from Garrett here, get his shoulders on the mat, then he'll be able to come out from that back position. Garrett's aware of that by the look of things. Good, comes up with that seatbelt. Okay, throws the far side hook in and now steps over, maybe like he's going to attack a banana split or something, but Ben times it well, takes away his posting arm. Garrett, not having the second hook there, falls down onto his back, loses position, but manages to get a half guard with sort of a butterfly hook and almost sweep. But they go off the mats, resetting. Garrett starting on top in an open guard. Ben sort of playing De La Riva, reverse De La Riva combination. Nice little De La Riva sweep there, collecting the far side leg. Garrett in a sitting guard position here. Tries for a bit of a drag, but Ben comes through nicely into a bow and arrow pass. Looks like he's channeling his inner Rodolfo Vieira here, trying to get that heavy cross-face pressure with the reverse grip. Didn't quite get it. However, he did get the pass. And it looks like he's in another Kezigatami position. Garrett's trying to frame, take the weight off. So you can see here he's trying to push up. Ben recognizes, tries to use his elbow to punch an underhook, which is a really nice little setup to get that elbow through and get your underhook if you're struggling to get your hand back. Switches off to side control. Again, Garrett's got that left underhook. It looks like Ben here, sensing that, might try and set up a Kimura. Blocking the half guard attempt with his shin very nicely. There we go, we got wrist control. Steps through the mount, gives it up though. Looks like he's got Garrett's left arm pinned, which he does as he tries to set up maybe a mounted triangle. But switching off for a cross collar grip. Now Ben in that mount position looked like he was momentarily going cross collar choke, and now he does, but the second hand, a little bit shallow. I think Garrett's turning into it nicely there. It's more of a face crush at the moment. Good, Ben recognizing that, giving it up, tries to adjust his first hand grip. Garrett doing a nice job in defending against the choke there, but he's got to watch out for this right arm. Cross collar choke, armbar combination, very common from mount. Ben turning him onto his side as Garrett tries to catch half guard here, so transitions to a side mount, technical mount position, shoots the bottom hook in, but now transitions back to that right arm by the look of things. Very nice. It doesn't look like we can see properly, but from here, Garrett's head is on top of Ben's left arm, making it hard for Ben to get that leg over his head to get the arm bar. But nice little hip escape. Collects Garrett's head, so now he can stop him turning into his guard. Ben going deep on that elbow to elbow position, trying to break that grip. Garrett's doing nicely here, trying not to let that arm come apart. But Ben recognizing a gap, switches the leg through again like Garrett was doing previously, trying to get that mounted side triangle type position. Ben trying to lift his head up by the look of things here. Garrett trying to stay heavy. Looks like he's trying to use it more to break the grip than anything else. Garrett trying to step over. If he could step his other leg over, he'd probably be able to spin out there, but extends the arm. Ben gets the tap. Very nice job, guys. Don't forget, like, comment, share, and make sure you subscribe to our page.